Alright, let's do number 5 here. Two spheres are cut from a certain uniform rock. One has a radius of 4.50 centimeters. The mass of the second sphere is 5 times greater than the first. Alright, so find the radius of the second sphere. Alright, so I'm going to put the R naught being 4.50 centimeters. And the mass of the second sphere, I'll put M1, is going to be 5 times greater than the mass of the first sphere. So 5 times M naught. Find the radius of the second sphere. Alright, so two spheres are cut from the same uniform rock. So that means that they have the same density. So if they have the same density, and the density is going to be the mass over the volume, let's say that this is going to be the density of one sphere, and this is going to be the density of the other sphere, which is going to be M naught over the V naught. Forgive me, folks, I have a hard time writing this sometimes. That means that the densities are going to be the same. And if the densities are going to be the same, all you have to do is put M1 V1 equals M naught V naught. And we're going to change the volume formula. And since the volume is going to be 4/3 pi r cubed, that means that we're going into 4/3 pi r1 cubic for the first sphere, 4/3 pi r naught cubic for the second sphere. Now this is going to cancel regardless. So, and the question is asking, find the radius of the second sphere. Oh, and actually, never mind the fact that we're given these variables too. So that means that the mass, or the radius of the second sphere, is, once you arrange the formula, is going to be the mass of the first sphere divided by the mass of the other sphere. So this is going to move towards this side, and this is going to be r cubic. So it's going to be r naught cubic. So in other words, the formula here is going to be M1 over the M naught. We're going to take a third of it times the radius of the R naught. Once you clean that up, folks, all you're basically saying is the mass of this sphere, the radius of that sphere, my brain's getting me a little mixed up, is going to be M1, which is 5 times M naught. Once you chug it in there, this M naught is going to cancel off. So you'd be left with 5 times the 5 to the 1/3 root times the radius of the second sphere. So this would be 4.50 centimeters. And that's really the answer right there. So it's just 4.50 times 5 to the 1/3 root. And so the radius is going to be 7.69 centimeters. We're done.